The Planets, the Spiritual Vibrations of Humanity. Written by Angelo Di Stefano. Narrated by Miriam Di Stefano. The word planet means wander. That is, a body which travels or transits in a particular orbit across the zodiac. The difference between a star and a planet is its symmetrical shape. Planets, being round, set off greater amounts of energy than stars. The stars are also fixed and do not travel like the planets. Observing the heavens from Earth, a star gives off a twinkling light, while a planet shines with a steady glow. The light shed from a planet is reflected from the sun. The further distance the planet is from our solar sun, the more pronounced the effect of the sun has upon it. When we teach our students astrology, we tell them to look at the planets as being the spiritual energy, the stars as the mental vibration, and the earth as the physical manifestation of both those energies. Any discussion of the planets should begin with the emphasis on the planets in relation to us as inhabitants of the earth. We believe the governing planet is the earth, as it is vital for the science of astrology to be completed. There are 11 known planets in our solar system. There are 8 known inner planets: the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, and the Moon. There are 3 outer planets: Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. We believe there is one more planet yet to be discovered, named Vulcan, governing the sign Virgo. This chapter discusses the vibratory energy and relevance of the planets to their corresponding signs of the zodiac. Together, they form an intricate, deep, meaningful pattern. Their different vibrations, playing upon each other, cause the cycles of nature, or seasons, in turn affecting the human mind, body, spirit, and most important, the human consciousness. The 8 inner planets send vibrations that influence our physical and mental characteristics with their compelling power. The vibrations of the 3 outer planets affect our spiritual growth. All 11 planetary influences are present in everyone's chart. Understanding their vibrations are needed if the soul is to experience its greatest spiritual potential. To understand astrology and the forces of nature, one must be familiar with the symbols and meanings of the planets. These large masses of consolidated vibratory power affect every living thing in our solar system. The great celestial bodies exercise a variety of gravitational, electrical, and magnetic effects on our lives. Many planets are larger than Earth, and some possess as many as 14 moons. As the sun and moon transmits these vibrations sent to Earth, we experience them in our daily physical lives. These vibrations exist in dual mental natures: a positive progressive nature or a negative repressive nature. expansive, and evolution of the mind, soul, and spirit is a long unfolding process. Before we grow and experience positive mental and spiritual lives, we must learn to understand our higher nature and learn to live with the gifts and challenges we are born with. The planets influence us all, but we are not compelled by them. We control our own thoughts and emotions and obtain growth through elevated minds, thus freeing ourselves from ignorance, pain, and anguish. Through knowledge and understanding, we prepare ourselves for the future, thus cooperating with nature and the higher forces of spirit. In the future, people will not be religious. They will be spiritual. If we cooperate with nature, we live without friction and come to know the child within. For example, I have a double Gemini friend who works as a musician and a hair cutter. Because he's a double Gemini, Mercury influences him greatly. He is both an excellent hair cutter and a professional guitarist, two professions that involve the hands and are ruled by Gemini. His hands are his gifts, and by performing this work, he is utilizing his natural assets and cooperating with nature. Gemini also rules diplomats. My friend deals with the public. He is certain to tell people what they want to hear and when they want to hear it. Another Gemini gift. Another example. Jupiter gives people vision and power to see and expand. Saturn urges people to be conservative and cautious. Uranus drives people to know. As we probe more deeply into astrology, we see there's much more to this ancient, truthful science than a little $1.25 paperback about sex and the stars. The planets assigned to us by nature have a meaningful purpose. Their vibrations are either harmonious or frictional, but they are always purposeful and relevant to humanity. We were created in God's likeness. When we learn our limitations and powers, we can evolve to our purest self-expression. By studying astrology, we protect ourselves from malefic aspects that are harmful if not recognized or corrected. We have all we need to create heaven on earth. We also have everything to destroy ourselves. If we look at the inner and outer solar system, we see each inner planet has a more powerful outer planet or higher octave that influences it. For instance, Jupiter is the higher octave of the moon. Jupiter is exalted in the sector or house of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. Both planets are of an abundant nature and cause mental expansion. Earth has only one moon, but Jupiter has 14. Jupiter is also the largest planet in the solar system. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Both are air planets and of the mind and deal with logical reasoning. The flashes of illumination that Uranus provides are translated and communicated by Mercury. The planets Pluto and Mars are linked by power. When the elements of these planets were combined, the atom bomb resulted. Both planets deal with extreme power and rule atomic and nuclear energy, which can be constructive or destructive. Pluto deals with spiritual power and the purest form of creation. Mars deals with physical power and pure emotion. Both are extremely forceful energies and produce constant active energy. Neptune and Venus are linked together by love and compassion. Venus provides the ability to love a single person or pretty object. Neptune gives the ability to be a Christ, like loving all people. Neptune can transform a person into a spiritual leader. It bestows universal love and the power to love all men as Jesus loved them. Jesus gives us the balance we need to accomplish this love on a personal level. The sun reflects and materializes the vibrations of all the planets through conscious thought. As the center, the sun generates the positive life-giving energy of our solar system. Whatever sign or house the sun is in at birth indicates the planetary vibrations that will manifest in our conscious mind. For instance, if the sun is in Sagittarius at birth, the soul nature will reflect Jupiter. The sun in Capricorn will reflect the nature of Saturn. When we develop our inner soul nature, we begin to portray our outer nature and higher life expression. Saturn seems to be the only planet that does not have any connection with any other planet. It seems to be the sole tester of all the rays of the other planets. The lonely force that maintains universal order. It tests humanity in many different ways and causes us to want perfection. Although Saturn is said by many astrologers to be malefic, its vibrations are beneficial to us. Without them, we would probably destroy ourselves through egotistical ignorance. To study astrology and the planets is to objectively examine all vibrations and their effects on humanity. The Earth is the universal reflector of all the planets. She manifests and materializes these vibrations through man's conscious and subconscious mind. Each creature or thing possesses a quality that reflects one of the planet's vibrations. Because of the qualities of Earth and its manifestations, I have assigned this planet to the sun sign Libra. We are now entering a whole new age. The sun's new intensity is causing Earth's ice caps to melt, causing the Earth to rotate on a different axis. This in turn causes the sun to strike our planet at a different angle. This is manifesting itself now as the beginning of the Aquarian Age. When Uranus, or the sun, enters the house of Aquarius, we can expect expansive, sudden changes and liberation from the karmic and limiting age of Pisces. Aquarius will cause us to be more intelligent, scientific, illuminated, and spiritually conscious. We will reflect more knowledge and direction to all humanity. We know that the great sun is transiting the sign of Pegasus, so we know for sure the age of Aquarius has officially started. In the age of man, our time has finally arrived. Fear nothing but fear. Hate nothing but ignorance. Show nothing but love. Hold high your torch of light. The time of liberty is at hand for the bold in spirit and personal level.